Since Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, the Israel-Palestine conflict has entered a new and dangerous phase. After all, Jerusalem is not the only disputed territory. The entire West Bank, including East Jerusalem, is at stake. The West Bank, together with the Gaza Strip and the Golan Heights, was occupied by Israel during the Six-Day War with Egypt, Jordan, and Syria in 1967. Israel withdrew from Gaza in 2005, but claims rightful ownership of the West Bank, citing ancient religious and historical connections. The rest of the world disagrees. Since the adoption of UN Security Council Resolution 242 in November 1967, the international community's position has been clear. These are Palestinian-controlled territories occupied by Israel. Unable legitimately to secure sovereignty over the West Bank, Israel has pursued a policy of changing the facts on the ground by increasing the Israeli Jewish population in what it calls Judea and Samaria. Successive Israeli governments have supported the construction and expansion of settlements in the occupied territories, issuing building permits, providing infrastructure and security, and offering Israelis generous incentives to move there. There are now some 600,000 Israeli settlers in the West Bank. That's more than twice the number there were in 1993, when the Oslo Accords, which were supposed to be the foundation for a two-state solution, were signed. By increasing the number of settlers, Israel is effectively ruling out the establishment of a Palestinian state along the pre-1967 borders, the premise of the Oslo Accords. As former Secretary of State John Kerry put it in late 2016,
if you have a whole bunch of people who are specifically, strategically locating outposts and settlements in areas that make it impossible to have a contiguous Palestinian state, they're doing it for the specific purpose of not having a peace.
Kerry's not alone. His comments came just after the UN Security Council adopted Resolution 2334, which demands that Israel immediately cease all settlement activity in Palestinian territories occupied since 1967. Those activities, the resolution insists, amount to a flagrant violation of international law. Yet, with Trump kowtowing to Israel's right-wing government, Israeli authorities are planning a significant expansion of existing settlements in the West Bank, as well as the construction of the first new settlement in 20 years. In fact, Trump's recognition of Jerusalem has emboldened some Israeli leaders to call for outright annexation, presumably leaving the West Bank's 2.5 million Palestinians who don't have Israeli citizenship, subject to military authority rather than civilian law. That's a recipe for apartheid, or worse, a prelude to systematic ethnic cleansing.